What's up, good people? What's up? What's up? What's up? About got everything situated. Finna roll in like 2 minutes. Little roll call. What's up, Dre? What up, Destroyer One? What up, Twix? Grayson Todd. What's up? We be doing Chuck Clark. Where that come and go? Geno Stone. Yeah, Geno Stone's coming. Geno Stone's coming. I heard the mic cut on. I'm here now. I had the mic cut off. I was doing a little stuff in the background, engraving. I appreciate you guys for being here. So I had it off on purpose while I was tick tapping on the on my keyboard. So with that being said, let me put myself on the screen, and then we can get rolling. We can get rolling. Stop that. Here I go. Here I go. What up, good people? What's good with you tonight? Got a lot going on these dual screens I'm trying to run. So let me get to my questions, and we can start with the questions. We'll start with I got some questions from Bruno. So we're gonna go ahead and run that for the cardio. Bruno sent me 3 questions. When I pull them up, we're gonna roll it. I want to keep you here all night. Might have hopefully I have some guests coming in on the back end of the show. But question from Bruno. First question is, hey coach, how you doing? I'm really loving this draft after draft hangover because I feel like we had a phenomenal draft. You always keep it up. You always keep up the great tape breakdown and amazing content. Stay safe. His question was, and I appreciate that, Bruno, because he always come with some kind of words of encouragement before he get right into the questions. So that's the mark of a high character guy to me, because he don't just come in, bam, with the questions. He always throw some kind of encouragement out there, or at least speak and say, hey, what's up, how you doing, or ask about the family or whatnot. And I appreciate that, Bruno. But his first question is, what are your draft grades based off each pick for me? I think each pick gets a B or higher, except for the Broderick Washington pick, which to me honestly felt like a reach in the fifth. But I trust the scouts and EDC. He think he can be productive for us in the long run. So that question is going to be answered throughout the show, Bruno. So I'm not going to give you a straight answer to that because I'd be basically giving away the show. But your question number 1 is going to be answered during the show. All right, number 2. If you could change any pick, any round without trading up or down, who would it be? Who would you have picked and why? I would have the Broderick Washington pick if I don't know if Kush was still there or not. I don't know if Kush was still there when we picked Broderick. I don't think he was. But initially I would have said Madubuike with Kush. I would have picked Kush instead of Madubuike. Or Madubuike, however you say it. I think I said it right. Ing Raven got me get antsy about pronunciation now. I thought I knew how to say it, but he got me feeling some kind of way about pronunciation. Question, and that's question number 2. His third question, if you've taken a look at any UDFAs, what UDFA interests you the most out of the 20 reported we've signed? Okay, so I've dropped the video yesterday with 5 guys. And let me see if I got my notes so I can tell you which 5 I did yesterday. I did Tristan Colon Castillo. I did John Dacker, which I didn't do John Dacker because I couldn't find any information on him. Somebody put his stats in up on the video I did yesterday, but I just couldn't find any information on him. Deshaun Dixon, Eli Wolf, and Tyler Huntley. Those are the 5 I've done so far. So I'm going to try to get to all 20 of them. But to answer your question, the one that intrigues me the most is Chauncey Rivers. Because we didn't pick an edge guy. He plays edge, played in the SEC, played for Mississippi State. So I know a little bit about Chauncey. And he intrigues me the most based off the little tape I've seen of him. All right. So that was Bruno's question. That's 1, 2, 3. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Q Hood. I don't know if he can get in rotation. And let me hold judgment on Washington until I can watch his film. I hadn't even tried to find film on him yet because I'm trying to go one at a time. So I don't want to throw Washington away. I just need to see his tape because I don't want to go off highlights. But if I can't find film, I'll definitely end up going back to highlights. If you were DeCosta, would you have drafted J.K. Dobbins? At that pick, probably not. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I didn't like it at first, but I understand why now. I do understand why now. It grew on me, and the reasoning kind of set in with me, so I understand why now. I was going to the next set of questions. Or question. From Lewis. Lewis always come through too. He says, what's up, coach? Hope all is well. Where would you rank Jordan Love in this QB class? The Packers seem to really like this kid. So his first question. So Jordan Love, I'm just basically going to rank the quarterbacks, and then we'll fit Jordan Love in there. Number 1, obviously Joe Burrow. Number 2, Tua. Number 3, this is where it comes in there. Because 3, 4, and 5 could almost all be interchangeable. And my 3, 4, and 5 are Hurts, Love, and what's the kid from Oregon? That what's the kid from Oregon? What's his name? Herbert. There it is, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert. So, and I would put Love at. Love could be 3, honestly. Love could be 3. I think he's a little bit more consistent than Herbert. I think both of them are better deep ball throwers than Hurts. I think Hurts is a better leader than both of them. And that leadership may matter in the NFL. I think Hurts is a better leader of men than both Herbert and Love. But if I had to rank the QBs, 1 Joe, 2 Tua, 3 Love, 4 Herbert, 5 Hurts. That's my ranking for the QBs. Next question. Do you think Denzel Mims would thrive with the Jets? Who's the Jets quarterback? I can't remember who the Jets. Oh, Sam Darnold. Ooh. Before I answer, let me address this. How can you put Burrow 1 season over Tua with multiple years at much higher level? I don't think Tua's going to recover from that hip, Marcus. That's why. I don't think Tua's going to recover from that hip. I don't. I really don't. I think Burrow's more athletic. I think Tua's smarter as far as football IQ, but I think Burrow's more athletic. Burrow's going to be able to get himself out of situations more than Tua. And Tua is not going to have initially the top talent around him like he had at Alabama. And then you can turn around and say the same thing about Joe. But Joe's athleticism, his feet when the pocket is collapsing on him, that stands out to me. Both of them throw the ball well. Both of them smart guys. Tua did do it over an extended period of time, so I can't deny you saying that. He did do it over an extended period of time. But I think that hip is going to be, and not even the hip. I think he's going to compensate for the hip and something else is going to happen. And I hope nothing happens to him. I'm not wishing any kind of ill will on him. I like Tua. I like his character. His character. He's like a good kid. So I don't wish injury on him at all. But my honest opinion, I think Joe's going to be a better pro than him. Because just think about it right now. Joe has a better supporting cast than Tua right now. Joe got AJ Green, Tyler Boyd. He got Mixon in the backfield. I don't know how well their O-line is, but just that right there, Joe has a better cast of characters around him already. All right. So back to Lewis's question. Do you think Denzel Mims will thrive with the Jets? Denzel Mims will help Sam Darnold out because of his catch radius. But will he thrive with the Jets? He could because of Le'Veon. Now think about it, yes, because of Le'Veon. They need to get a number. They need somebody. He don't need to be number 1 to start with, though. I don't think if he starts being a number 1 receiver and people game plan for him, I don't think he'll thrive. And his third question, no, just a statement. Also, the Cardinals got to steal with Isaiah Simmons. Yeah, Isaiah Simmons is like the Swiss Army knife. He a bottle opener. He can fillet fish. He can chop wood. He can do all that with the same utensil. That's Isaiah Simmons. I got one more email to roll through. It's from Mike Harden. He said, hey, coach, which pick of the Ravens would you consider a slam dunk? Queen. We needed inside linebacker help or linebacker help in general. We got it with the first pick. We addressed it with the first pick. And it just came, especially with the pick of Malik. But Queen is my slam dunk pick. And which pick of ours did you dislike when they were drafted? But now the pick I disliked was Matabuki. But I do like it, like looking at his tape and watching how when the LSU guys did not double team him, how well he played then. But they double teamed him almost the whole game. Cushenberry and Lewis, or Cushenberry and whoever the left guard was. But when he got single blocks, he held his own against Cushenberry and versus Lewis and whoever the left guard was. So that's that. Now, with that being said, let's roll through the chat box before we move on to the next section. The next session is I'm going to talk about the individual draft picks. But let me see what's going on in this chat box before we roll. Kevin Jackson, stop it with Dobbins. Justice Hill is a much better receiver. Oh, he must be talking to one of y'all. Because I didn't even address that. Does Prochet become a hit or miss? I think so. He's going to be all in and good, or he's going to fade away. But because him and Duvernay going to kind of fight for that role. I know, and both of them can bounce inside and outside, but I think they're going to kind of fight for that role unless Boykins just don't show up at all. If Boykins don't show up at all, then both of them got a chance to get on the field. And what I mean by don't show up at all mean he don't come to the party. He don't improve his game. He don't step his game up. If he comes back and can't beat those guys out, both of them got a chance to get a lot of PT. But if he does, they'll probably split time. The guy I feel sorry for, but the guy I think is in trouble is Willie Snead. I think Willie Snead's in trouble. Q Hut trying not to go Brunson crazy, coach. He messed up Sunday. He messed me up Sunday when I seen tape. And Brunson's in that list of, I think he's in the fourth set of UDFAs I got. But he definitely coming. So who would I draft it instead of Dobbins? Cushenberry. I'm still on the Cushenberry train. Let's see. Where we at? So who do I think would be our starting 5 at O-line? That's a good question, especially with the pickup of DJ today. So just to answer that, then I'll get into the draft picks. Stanley. Not Macari. Skura at center. Zeus at right tackle. DJ at right guard. And whoever our left guard was last year, the name slips me, but the same person from Alabama. I can't think of his last name. Nah, Bob. Finna do draft grades in just a second. It's coming right up. You got here just in time for draft grades. Who's the better fit for the Ravens? Duvernay or Prochet? Both. I think both of them the best fits for us. Because we need it. We need some variety in our receiver room. All right, let's see if we can get this situated now. See if I can share my screen with you. Appreciate it, Stephen Watts, dropping 5 in the super chat. It's always appreciated when you guys support. You guys just don't know how much I appreciate the support. Even the $1.99, $2 ones, they like. You don't know how much it means for somebody to appreciate your work when you just sitting here and you kind of, do stuff that you love, but then other people like it too. That's a feeling that I kind of know. It's like how artists feel, I think. And I know I ain't no artist with this, but I think that's the feeling artists get when people show them appreciation for their paintings or their visuals or things like that. So again, Steven, I appreciate you. And let's get into these draft picks. And I will act like that, huh? I'm gonna draft picks. There they go. All right. Pat Queen. Pat Queen. Let me get that off the screen so y'all can see. Carlo, appreciate it too. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Carlo came through with Deuce in the super chat. What he said, Snead gonna be out of job real soon. Big trust. Big trust of you because Snead is, he better be out there working. You better be out there working. So the first pick, you got, give me a thumbs up if you can see that good. I want to make sure that you guys can see the screen before I go on and talk about it. While I wait on it, I'll answer this question. Do you think it would bite the Ravens later that they didn't draft an edge rusher opposite Judon? Achilles heel. We always have a UDFA that does make the roster. And initially right now, I think that guy is Chauncey Rivers, and he's an edge guy too. Chauncey may be just as good or maybe just as good as Ferguson. He's definitely more athletic than Ferguson, but I don't know if he's as strong or as polished as Ferguson. But we'll talk about that at a later date. All right. Bozeman was the name I was forgetting about. All right. Patrick Queen, LSU, first round pick, pick 28, a pick that I didn't think we were going to make. I thought we were going to trade out. I really did. I really thought we were going to trade out. But 95% of the mock drafts had us getting Patrick Queen or Kenneth Murray. Patrick Queen was my linebacker number one. If you take Isaiah Simmons out, because we really don't know what Isaiah Simmons is, but if you take him out of the equation, Patrick Queen was my linebacker number one. Troy Dye was my linebacker number two. And boy, did I miss on that one. And Kenneth Murray was linebacker number three. The funny thing is Jordan Brooks barely got in my top 9, and he was picked before Queen, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, let's go on to pick number 2 in the second round. See if we're going to act right. Work with me, technology. There we go. Pick number 2, J.K. Dobbins, Ohio State, pick number 55. Initially, when I got it, I'm like, what are we doing? Because we know we have Gus, we know we have Ingram, and we know we have Justice. So why would we pick a running back? So, and initially I didn't like it, but just think about it. Ingram signed a 3-year deal. Probably going to play 2 of those years, which is last year and this year coming up. Probably won't see that 3rd year. Justice, rookie last year, okay player, didn't get a lot of snaps because we had Gus and Ingram, but I like Justice's game. Gus, coming up soon. This will be Gus's 3rd year with the team. So with him being, I don't think we're gonna pay him a ton of money. So I think this is a pick for the future. But if you go back and look at the tape, and I did a film on. Oh, speaking of, I did a film on on Patrick Queen, and I got a film on J.K. Dobbins. Matter of fact, I got 2 films on Patrick Queen, and I got a film on J.K. Dobbins. But if you go back and look at Dobbins' film, boy, it's good. He was my running back number 2. So we got my linebacker number 1, and we got my running back number 2. And in my running back rankings, Swift was first, Dobbins was second, and I don't know if Cam was. So I give A for Murray. I mean, not Murray. I give an A for Queen, and I give an A for Dobbins, even though I didn't like it initially. Pick number 3, Justin Madubuike. Initially I hated it. I was so wishing for Cushenberry at the time. I hated it. I can't say I hated it enough. But when I went to go do tape and I was able to watch film and calm down, I did the video of him versus LSU. I tried to find the best team they played against, and then if I have that film available, I try to go from there. So the best film I had available for Madubuike was obviously LSU. So in that film, if you go back and watch it, and I just spoke about it earlier on this stream, Lewis Cushenberry doubled him a lot. So there are a lot of plays where he just don't make an impact. When he got single blocked And not every play he got single blocked. But a lot of plays when he got single blocked, he made an impact. And a lot of his impact not going to show up on the stat sheet because he will blow stuff up. Then somebody else will make the tackle, or he get like a hurry and make Joe Burrow like beat his feet and get up out of there. So there's not going to be a lot of stats. It's not going to be a lot of sacks. Not going to be a lot of tackles. It's just him playing D-line, destroying the blocking scheme. And I stole that terminology from my current head coach that I work for. He destroys the blocking scheme. When he gets solo blocks, destroy the blocking scheme. That's what he does. All right. Next pick. Devin Duvernay, which was this was Sonny's pick. And shout out to Sonny. This was Sonny's one of Sonny's receivers. I think Joe liked him too. But Devin Duvernay, wide receiver from Texas. Stocky, fast guy. I think he ran a 4.3. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think he ran a 4.3. Let me. I'm trying to check. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Put my stuff in. Here we go. Hold on. 4.39. Appreciate it. Bruno beat me to it. But also did a video on Devin a couple days ago. Devin is a yak guy. His yak ability is a notch below CeeDee Lamb. Just a notch. And I talked about receivers being like Deebo Samuels. And I kind of was like, well, they don't run routes. They just like Deebo getting the ball and then watch them run after they get it. They ain't nuanced route runners. Devin is in that mode, but with a little bit more ability to run routes. Duvernay on one particular play, and it's not in the film I did, they ran a bubble screen to Devin. And Grant Delpit came screaming down from safety. Devin Duvernay hit that dude, and he dropped like a sack of bricks. Like he didn't, when you tackle somebody, you may roll off of it, or you may go through the tackle and kind of fall over the other side. Duvernay lowered that shoulder on Delpit, and he went face first straight down. It's like you took a brick and just dropped it on the ground. That's what happened to Delpit. Smacked that kid, and then he didn't fall. Devin didn't fall. He just happened to be close to the sideline. And I think he maybe stepped over and stepped out. But I like Duvernay. He's the guy. He's the guy we can hit on them RPOs. Put him in a slot and get some kind of run action, not play action, RPOs. Get some kind of run action. If that backside linebacker try to get in the run, throw it right behind his head, and Devin's gonna make the first guy miss and probably outrun the rest of them. What I see Devin doing is like that first touchdown Hollywood scored against the Dolphins. We ran an RPO, the backside linebacker triggered, tried to get in the run fit. Lamar pulled it, threw it right behind his head. Hollywood slipped the tackle and then outran everybody. That's what I see Devin doing a lot for us this year, and then putting Hollywood outside to take the top off of stuff. That's what I see going on. And I also see Prochet doing some stuff like that too. All right, going to the next pick. Malik Harrison. And let's see. Going back to this pick, I was in a funk. I was okay, but I really was like, I was still tripping off the Matabuke pick. I was still kind of confused about Dobbins. But then when we picked this dude to go with Queen, I was back in it. I knew DeCosta was watching my videos. I knew it. I knew he was. Because before the draft, I said, if we get Malik Harrison, we got to have a speed guy to go with. And I also said, if we get a speed guy early, then we can come back and get Malik Harrison or another thumper. So I knew DeCosta was watching my stuff. I appreciate you, Ear, for tuning in. I know you probably got a burner account. Bruno is probably Ear DeCosta. That's DeCosta's burner account. Bruno. Just kidding. But when we picked this guy up, and I got a film on Malik too. If you don't know, there's a film out there on Malik too. When we picked him up, I knew we had a great set of linebackers for at least 4 years to come. At least. Because Malik is a thumper. And even going back and watching more tape on Malik can cover better than I initially thought. He can cover better than I initially thought. And think about this. What I didn't know was Malik was a QB in high school. So you know his football IQ up there. He probably, I ain't gonna say he understands all of the concepts, but he has a general idea of route concepts and where different guys are trying to get, in route concepts. He has a general job of a general knowledge of, like, if it's a 2 receiver set, if it's curl flat, he knows how to try to get up under that curl. If it's smash, he know how to redirect that guy. If it's a crosser, he know about walling people off. So with that being said, you think about all he needs to do fit in the run. Well, that's what's easy to him. Run fits. He come down here and bang on people. He really comes down here and bang on people. And people will say, well, he just did that because he had Chase Young and they had a good defensive tackle too. I can't think his name. But we got a good defensive tackling edge guys too. So he gonna fit right. Put his butt right in the middle. Get after young fella. Get after young fella. That's what's gonna happen. Him and Queen don't get after it. And Ravens fans, there are going to be growing pains. There are going to be growing pains. So don't get in here right now and think they're going to be all-stars from the jump. They are going to have growing pains. They're rookies. So anything we get out of them, not anything, any extraordinary play we get out of them is a plus because they're rookies. And they probably going to play a lot. But I think Fort and we got another linebacker in there too. Oh, there it is. Olaka. They're gonna do a good job of pushing these guys to where, because they're not gonna be, I don't think they'll be day one starters. But by the time we get to the season, one of them probably gonna be starter. And then by the middle or end of the season, both of them probably gonna be starting. Definitely. Yeah, I like Hamilton, Ron. Appreciate you for mentioning that. Hamilton is the defensive tackle I'm talking about. Hamilton and Chase Young up front for Ohio State created problems for people. All right. Next up, Tyree Phillips. Now, Tyree, I have not watched film on him yet. Reason being because I know when I watch it, I'm not going to pay attention to him like I need to, because the starting running back for Mississippi State actually played for me in high school. And so I got to make sure when I watch Tyree's film that I focus on him and not the running back, because I really was hoping we didn't get a running back this year so we could pick that kid up. But be on the lookout next year for Kylan Hill, the running back from Mississippi State. Him and ATN and Buka, whatever his name is, from Kansas. Those are the top guys, I think, right now that went back to school as far as running back. But Tyree played tackle. I don't know if he's going to fit in guard status for us because he's such a tall guy. But he just adds depth and competition. Is he going to win those tackle jobs? Nope. Is he going to win a guard job? Probably not. Especially now with DJ Fluker being picked up. So we'll see. Tyree, we'll see. But we'll get more. I'll give you more of an opinion on Tyree when I watch tape on. All right. So we ended day 3 of the draft and our round. I'm sorry, not day 3. We ended round 3, day 2 of the draft with this pick. Come back day 4, which was Saturday. First pick, Ben Bredesen. Bredesen's an interior lineman, and I think we needed some kind of interior presence because we didn't get Cushenberry and we didn't get Ruiz, and we needed some kind of interior lineman presence. And he'll be in the rotation. Not in the rotation, he'll be in the competition. Competition between Fluker, Ben Powers, who else? McCarr plays center. Bozeman probably going to win that job, but he in that competition. There's competition in the O-line now. Iron sharpens iron. So put the best roster you can together. Make them guys compete. And that way when they get on the field, we know we got the best 22 we can throw out there. Next pick, Broderick Washington. This is the pick that everybody's quote-unquote hating on. I'm not going to throw shade on his name or speak ill on him yet until I can watch the film on him. So Broderick Washington, Texas Tech, that's everybody was like, yeah. Especially with us getting the guys we got up front. So maybe he's there for a pass rush presence. Because just looking at this picture right here, he looks like a slender guy. Looks like a slender guy. I don't know his measurables off the top of my head, but that's I haven't done film study on Broderick yet. So until I do that, I'm not gonna speak ill on him or whatnot. All right. Bruno said I tried watching his tape for real. Was it that bad, Bruno? Was it bad, or was it just bad? I think. Oh, next pick, James Proche. If you were here before the stream, you saw my thoughts on Proche. I like him. I really like him. I think his hands are better than Duvernay's hands. And there's a big thing out there saying that the drop percentage between Proche and Duvernay is like maybe they dropped 9 balls, or maybe Proche dropped 9 balls the entire 4 years. But when you watch Duvernay, like let's take the LSU game for instance. Duvernay had 12 catches in the LSU game. I don't think, but maybe 2 or 3 of those passes were downfield. So then I pop over to hold on, gotta address this super chat. Hold on. Asmodeus, for your $5 11-inch Subway, you definitely hit Subway up. Definitely hit Subway up. Oven roasted chicken, Italian urban cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, bell peppers, banana peppers, honey mustard, salt and pepper. That's on deck for lunch. I appreciate it, Asmodeus. Appreciate it big time. All right, back to Proche. Oh, Duvernay. So he had 12 catches versus LSU. A lot of those catches were bubbles or tunnel screens, and then he had like one or two big ones. But a lot of his catches were little quick, safe stuff like that. Proche was catching the ball down the field. So his drop percentage to me holds more weight than Duvernay. And I ain't necessarily hating on Duvernay. I'm just putting Proche's drop percentage over Duvernay because Proche caught balls down the field. So who did I watch with Proche? I watched East Carolina, and he hit them for like 14 catches and 170 or something like that. Then I watched him versus TCU, which was probably the best defense they had, and he hit them for not 100, but like 80 something. But if you go back and when we finish this stream, look at that tape, I really like Proche. I think his skill set and Duvernay's skill set gonna complement each other. Duvernay is no block, no rock approved. Proche is not, but it's not because of lack. It's not because of effort. If you watch his tape, you'll see him in there trying to block guys and throwing his body around. He's a smaller guy. So his blocks don't really give the like Duvernay. Duvernay's a muscle. Duvernay's a 5'10" muscle. So that's why he can go in there and get up in there and actually work like that. All right, next pick. Get back over there. Come on. No Teddy Riley moments tonight. Geno Stone. Geno Stone is number 9, which is the greatest number in football, or greatest number in sports, not just football. I'm sorry, greatest number in sports, not just football. Safety for Iowa. He's a thick guy, so he's not. I don't think he's very fast. I don't know his 40 time on, or even if he went to the combine. But decent ball skills. He looked like he have a high football IQ because he makes a lot of plays. He's an alley runner. Put it like that. Let me change what I'm saying. He's an alley runner. If he's a strong safety, but when he played free for Iowa, any outside runs, Stone had to bang on him. Yes, Michael Jordan number was his USA number was number 9. That's one of the reasons why I think it's the greatest number in sports too. But back to Stone. He's a solid player, man. He's a solid player. He reminds me of, I wouldn't say he reminds me of Earl, just not with the ball hawking ability. He comes down here and lays the boom. He's a, you know what? And somebody said it earlier, I didn't think about it, but he could come down and play linebacker in those nickel packages. I didn't think about that because he's that thick. Stone could be like they said earlier. I forgot who it was. Chuck Clark. He could be a safety, be a box safety, then slide in, play a little linebacker in nickel packages. I didn't think about that. So that versatility is going to help Stone out. That versatility is going to help him out. Football IQ is going to help him out. And the fact that he played in the Big Ten, which is run heavy, and he showed his worth around the line of scrimmage, that's going to help him out also. His height ain't going to really matter, Q-Hut, because I think he's going to play a lot around the line of scrimmage. Every now and then he'll be back, like deep half, but we got other guys that can do that. We got cornerbacks that can go back and play a deep half because we got so many of them. Jimmy can go back there and play a deep half. All right. So I think that's the last pick. Let me see. That's the last pick. So. Let's see where we at. In our lineup for the day. 40 minutes in. Close that out. Hit that. So now we're going to talk about this depth chart. Let me get this off. I wanted to invite my guys in. Hopefully they would be here. Let me see. Let me send an invite one more time so we can talk about this depth chart together. Invite. Copy. I don't know if they can see that. Maybe they're busy, but I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Let's get it like Hammer. Oh, well. Let's get it started. All right. Pull up this depth chart real quick. Get my chat box up too so I can interact, see what y'all got going on. Hit escape right there. Go back to my email. Stop sharing my screen. There we go. Got that up. There it is. Boom, 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 as they say. All right, let me see if I can pull these up. Probably should have downloaded these before I started. That's what I probably should have did. Make this full screen. All right, so this is going to be an interesting conversation. I'll make sure you join in the chat box too with this. Let me hit a couple comments real quick. We still here. Share screen. Bam. There we go. So what has happened is, come on, why you keep doing me like this? There we go. All right, let me move this depth chart too. It's too big. It's in the way. But I don't need to move it. There it is. So we're going to start running back. All right, you see the running back depth chart on the screen. Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, Justice Hill, Tyson Williams at fullback, Patrick Ricard, Brunson, Reeksteiner. So at running back. Now, let me move this off the depth chart so I can read what's up there too. Because this came from the Athletic. So let me give you, if you don't have an Athletic thing, I'm going to hook you up real quick. Let me take this banner off. There it is. So now let me read to you what's going on. What was said with the relatively surprising pick of Dobbins in the second round, there are suddenly questions about the Ravens backfield, how the Ravens backfield will shake out. Dobbins certainly will have a role, but until he gets on the field, it's difficult to put him immediately ahead of Edwards, who averaged 5.3 yards per carry the past 2 seasons. That's what a lot of people forget. It, however, seems inevitable that he'll get there. Offensive coordinator Greg Roman prefers using running back by committee approach, but it'll be very hard to get all of Ingram, Edwards, Dobbins, and Hill involved. Still, it doesn't make much sense to trade Edwards for a minimum return or give up Hill too. So, with that being said, and we're gonna go to fullback, running back. Who's the odd man out? Who's the odd man out at running back? And Tyson Williams is probably just a camp body, so we're not going to even count Williams. Who's the odd man out in that group? Gus. Dre says Gus. I mean, my honest opinion, I think it's Gus too. Davey says Hill. Brian Foster says Hill. The difference is Hill is a year younger than, NFL year younger than Gus. An NFL year younger than Gus. Joseph, let me see. Somebody just said we're keeping all four. That's Bruno. Bruno, we're keeping all four. I would love to keep all four. I would. And later on in the summer, when I start doing my projecting the 53, that may be, depends on, there may be somewhere that we can cut and keep all four. But as of right now, I'm going to say Gus Edwards is the odd man out. Gus is the odd man out. RG3 needs to pack it up quick. Huntley is the better fit. Hey, and Jimmy Ford Miller, I think RG3 and the kid from Penn State might be out of the business because of the quarterback we picked up from Utah. So he may put both of them out of business. He not bad. The quarterback that we got from the UDFA from Utah. Carlo dropped another deuce. He said we can keep all four and cut RG3. That's exactly what we just talking about. And let's go to fullback real quick. Patrick Ricard, Brunson, Reek Steiner. So Q Hut, that's your guy. I have not seen anything on it. So I'm completely numb to what he'll bring to the position. But that's your guy. Can he beat Ricard out? I'm asking you, Q Hut, because you big on Brunson. Do you think Brunson can beat Ricard out? And keep in mind, Ricard plays O-line and D-line. Ricard plays O-line and D-line, so he got versatility. Versatility is extremely important in the NFL. Extremely important. Okay, so while we debate that, so this is what I think. I think we're going to keep Ingram. I think we're going to keep Dobbins. I think we're going to keep Justice Hill. I think we're going to try to trade Gus. If not, we're going to keep him. If we can't trade Gus and get something of value, we're going to keep him. I don't think we're just going to cut him and let somebody pick up a mad, possessed running back to come back and bite us in the butt later on. Let me hit this water real quick, too. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Now, while I pull up the next depth chart, let me get a question out the chat box. Say Brunson blocks very well. He violently fits our scheme. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Say this was running back. What's the next one I got on here? So this one's gonna be easy. This one's gonna be easy. Let me see. This one's gonna be real easy. All right, quarterback. Lamar Jackson, Robert Griffin III, Trace McSorley, Tyler Huntley. What two we gonna keep? I told you the one. I already told you the one I think we're gonna keep. I think it's gonna be Lamar and Tyler. I think it's gonna be Lamar and Tyler. And the little write-up about it. Ravens thought highly of Oklahoma's Jalen Hurts, but it was never likely that they spend value draft capital on another quarterback. Huntley is a 3-year starter at Utah, signed as an undrafted free agent, and he's more of a camp arm and practice squad hopeful. There's uncertainty here is whether the Ravens will keep 3 quarterbacks on their regular season roster for a 3rd straight year, whether McSorley has a chance to unseat Griffin as Jackson's top backup. I'm placing my $2 bet on Huntley. I'm placing my $2 bet on Huntley. Huntley or Griffin. We ain't keeping 3 this year. Huntley or Griffin. That's where I'm going. Release Sewell or trade. That's where I'm at with that, Dre. I'm with you on that. So to me, Lamar and Hundley, or Lamar and Griffin. If we go Lamar and Griffin, Huntley is the practice squad guy. If we go Lamar and Huntley, McSorley is the practice squad guy. So either Griffin gonna be on the team or he out, because I think he too old to be on the practice squad anyway. I think. Why not Trace? I think Huntley's a better. I know Trace is extremely athletic. I know he is. I think Huntley's a better fit to not changing the offense than Trace. And don't crucify me that, because for that. I just think Hundley will come in and you can call the same plays and be functional. You can come in and call the same plays and be functional that you would call for Lamar. You won't get the explosiveness that Lamar brings, but nobody in the NFL is going to have that explosiveness at the quarterback position. But you can call some of the same plays, and those runs Lamar gets 13, 14, 25 yards on, Hundley can get you 5 or 6 to move the chains. That's why I say not Trace. All right, so we really can move on with the quarterback one, because that one is pretty simple. Maybe this will work. Maybe I don't have to change it every time. Act right. So we did running back. There we go. Now it's acting right. Outside receiver. Let's start with outside receiver. This is where we are with outside receiver. Marquise Brown, Chris Moore. I forgot about Wesley. Anton Wesley. Michael Darius. I think maybe that's one of the UDFAs. Maybe. I don't know about that. I don't have that one on my list. I don't think. Is that one on my list? Let me check. Let me check my UDFAs to see if he on there. 1 second. Give me a second. Oh, Jalen Moore's on there. And no, but the Michael kid is not on there. Michael, so I don't know who that is. But with that being said, outside receiver, Marquise Brown, definitely there. Chris Moore, yeah. Michael Darius, I don't know who that is yet. I just found out about him when I clicked this thing right here. So we got one definite out of those right there is Marquise Brown. Slot receivers: Willie Snead, Devin Duvernay, James Prochet, DeAnthony Thomas, Sean Mostert. So I'm gonna say Snead, Duvernay, Prochet. That's 4 right there. Then outside receivers, Miles Boykin, Jalen Scott, Jaleel Scott, Jalen Moore, Boykin. So that's 5. Those are 5 that I think gonna make it. So with that being said, it's 1 spot left for Chris Moore, Anton Wesley, DeAnthony Thomas, Sean Mostert, Jaleel Scott, Jalen Moore. So who is that one guy left that can win that spot? So it's one guy battling for, no, not one guy. It's 1 spot up for grabs between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. 6 guys. What's your question? What's the difference between outside and slot receiver? Twix, the outside receivers are normally your bigger receivers that play closer to the sideline. They're fast, tall, jump ball guys. Your slot receivers are more like your smaller, quick, twitchy guys. They're more so quick than fast. They can go left and right real fast and not necessarily down the field fast, if that makes sense to you. They can change directions fast. So if you think body style, if you're thinking body style, a slot receiver is going to kind of put you in the mind of a point guard. They can change directions real good, can go left or right, and be real quick. An outside receiver is going to put you in the mind frame of like a wing guy, like if you think of basketball, a swing guy that's kind of tall, if they bless real fast. So, and I'm gonna give you an example. Randy Moss is the prototypical outside receiver. Julio Jones is an outside receiver, good. Edelman for the Patriots, slot receiver. Tyreek Hill is an anomaly. Tyreek Hill is everything. So don't put Tyreek Hill in that situation. There are some guys that can do it all, but Julio's an outside guy. Randy Moss is an outside guy. What's Devontae's name for the Packers? He's an outside guy. And then your better slot guys are people like Willie Snead, for example, that's on our team. Edelman, for example. Who else is a good slot guy out there? I'm drawing a blank right now. I guess I was Wes Welker. Yeah, that was a good slot guy in his prime. But that's the difference between outside and slot guy. And Hollywood can do both also. But so like the guy the one guy I think is gonna stay on here, that's gonna like be a part of this group, is Antoine Wesley. I liked Wesley last year when we picked him up. And so it's almost like a crapshoot, but I'm just thinking about Jaleel Scott had a chance. I think Bork is gonna make the team. I think Wesley can beat out these other guys. Because at slot receiver, you got Snead, Duvernay, Prochet. So it's a wrap for D'Anthony Thomas and Monster. That's 3 slot receivers right there. Then your outside guys, Hollywood got that. I think Miles Boykin got that. Unless we bring somebody in. And maybe Chris Moore got a chance because he do so much on special teams, like Random said. Maybe Chris Moore because he do so much on special teams. But I like Antoine Wesley better as a receiver. I just do. If Chris Moore wins that job, it's because of his special teams ability. All right, moving on. Next position. Tight end. And they broke it down between tight end and blocking tight end. So that's petty. And I think Jeff wrote this article. I think Jeff Zebrick. I think I said it right. Wrote this article. Tight end Mark Andrews, Jacob Breeland, Eli Wolf. Is Breeland a UDFA? Let me check my list. Yep, Breeland is a UDFA, so I hadn't done Breeland yet. Eli Wolf, I know a little bit about. Played for Georgia, I think. Nick Boyer blocking tight end, and Charles Scarf. So it's safe to say we're gonna keep 3 tight ends, right? Mark Andrews, Nick Boyer, those are 2. So the job's really gonna be between Breeland, Wolf, and Scarf, unless they bring somebody in. Right now, I'm gonna say Wolf, and I say Wolf because I have not seen Breeland. I have not seen Scarf. That's why I'm saying Wolf right now, because I haven't seen Breeland, I have not seen Scarf. But the article goes on and says nobody uses their tight ends more than the Ravens, and the offseason trade of Hayden Hurst created room for an additional one. Scarf, who spent the last season on the practice squad, will be challenged by Breeland and Wolf, 2 athletic college free agents. Breeland was having a breakout season at Oregon last year before sustaining a significant knee injury in October, and he has a chance if he stays healthy. So I'm probably going to have enough film to go do something on Breeland then, since he played for Oregon. The bigger schools I can kind of find film on. It's just those smaller schools like James Madison that Dak played at. It's almost like finding a needle in a haystack. So right now I'm just going to say Wolf because that's the only one I've seen. But according to the article, Breeland has a chance if he stays healthy. All right. Next position. Left tackle. So you got Ronnie Stanley, Andre Smith, Bradley Bozeman, Ben Bredesen, Deshaun Dixon, which is a UDFA. Evan Adams is, I guess he a new UDFA, not on my list of 20. So there's 2 guys that's not on my list that I've seen so far. Center, Pat McCarry, Max Gurra, Tristan Colon Castillo, Sean Pollard. Sean Pollard's on there. Right guard, DJ Fluker, Ben Powers, Tyree Phillips, RJ Prince. Right tackle, Orlando Brown Jr., Will Holden. So that's a lot of names up there for probably like 7 or 8 positions. That's a lot of names up there for like 7 or 8 positions. So let's say we keep 8 linemen. What up, Darnell? Let's say we keep 8 linemen. Ronnie Stanley 1, Bozeman 2, Skura 3, DJ Fluker 4, Orlando Brown 5, Ben Powers 6, McCarry 7, Ben Bredesen 8. It can't be that because I picked the starting 5 and then 3 interior guys. So they ain't gonna shake out like that. Ooh, I just talked myself into a dilemma because I got to pick an outside guy. Or they got Tyree listed as guard, so I guess they thinking Tyree gonna play guard too. So you got your first five: Ronnie Stanley, Bozeman, Skura, Fluker, Brown. Whew, that's five right there. Do we keep nine? We keep 9 guys. Do we keep 9 linemen? Possible. So let's say 9. I said 8 at first, but let's say 9. So that's your 5. As far as your backups, Bredesen, Skura, Bredesen, McCarry, Powers, and Phillips. I think that's it. We keep 9. Bruno says 9 also. So to start the 5 that's on the list, we do have expanded rosters. It's going from 53 to what, Rome? Let us know. 53 to what? Harold, let's say Skura's on point to come back healthy. Skura's on point to come back healthy. So he not gone just yet, unless you know something I don't know. So okay, there it is. There it is. Expanding to 55. So that's your extra spot right there. That's your extra spot right there. Appreciate the info. Knowledgeable chat box. I love it. Knowledgeable chat box. I love it. Let's go on to the next position. I think we all in accordance with it, other than I think somebody thinking Skura's out of there. But I don't think he's out of there. If he's healthy, he's not out of there. He's not out of there. Defense. Going over to defense. So rush linebacker, Jalen Ferguson, Jihad Ward, Aaron Okodier, if I said that right, Chauncey Rivers, John Docker.
Found one option. Buffalo Wild
Siri again, the feds. Siri the feds. I told you, I have been doing my crochet videos. Siri is the feds. But you know what, Siri? Like 2 Chainz say, I'm gonna be fresh as hell if the feds watching. But rush linebacker, Jalen Ferguson, Jihad Ward, Chauncey Rivers, John Docker, Aaron Okodier, the strong side linebacker, Judon Bowser, and Michael Ahuna, however you say it. I destroyed that one. I know I just destroyed it. So definitely Ferguson at rush, Jihad at rush. And I think Chauncey gonna make it. I think Ferguson, Jihad, and Chauncey gonna make it. I don't know about Dak. I still ain't seen tape on Dak. So I guess I'm gonna have to find a James Madison video and watch it entirely. But I know in that picture I put up there, he looked ripped up. The picture I put on that video yesterday, he looked extremely ripped. All right, going to strong side linebacker, Judon Bowser and Michael O. I'm gonna leave that Michael O. I'm gonna just say Judon and Bowser. I think that's pretty simple right there. River has a lot of talent. I think Rivers was a 4 or 5-star guy coming out of high school. He started his career at Georgia, went to East Mississippi, and then ended up at Mississippi State. Matter of fact, Rivers was one of the stars of Last Chance U, if you didn't know that. Chauncey Rivers was one of the stars of Last Chance U, the first or second season on Netflix. Going on to the next position. 5 tech. Campbell, Marcus Willoughby. See if he's on my list. He is. Defensive tackle, Derek Wolfe, Justin Matabuke, Broderick Washington, Patrick Ricard. Nose tackle, Brandon Williams, Justin Ellis, Dalen Mack, and Crawford. So the 5 tech, definitely Calais. I don't know about Willoughby yet. Defensive tackle, definitely Derek Wolfe, definitely Matabuke. And I think Broderick and Ricard might battle that out for that spot, with Ricard having an edge because he plays fullback also. Nose tackle, Brandon Williams, Juicy Ellis, Dalen Mack, and Crawford. Who it might be a short-lived career with the Ravens for Mack. It might be short-lived. And even though Mack and Matabuke played together last year. Mack and Matabuke played together last year. Not last year, the year before last, when Mack was still in college. So think about Texas A&M D-line 2 years ago. Had Mack on there and Matabuke. Pretty formidable line. Well, in the trenches. Pretty formidable in the trenches. So guys is going to make this squad from here. Calais Campbell, Derek Wolfe, Matabuke. I'm going to say Ricard because he got versatility. And then Brandon Williams and Justin Ellis. What say you, chat box? Yeah, Ward came in and did a lot for us last year. When he came, Ward, Fort, and Bynes, they came in and pretty much saved the defense. That infusion into the defense pretty much saved it because we were reeling after that Cleveland game when what's their running back name? I can't think of Cleveland's running back. Bust us upside the head. He hit us hard and then topped the game off with an 8-yard run or 7-8-yard run, something like that. But they came in and reestablished gap integrity. Chubb, that's who it is. They reestablished gap integrity, and when we played them again, we played Cleveland again. They tried that play twice. Then they faked it and tried to throw a screen the backside off of it. So they were really expecting that stuff to work a second time, and then they had a wrinkle off of it. But I was looking for it because I broke that play down in the season, so I was looking for that play during the game. I saw it live twice, and I saw that screen. But it was fixed thanks to Bynes, Ward, and Fort, and the defense coordinator. Next position. Middle linebacker. LJ Fort, Jake Ryan, which was a pickup recently, Otaro Olaka, Christian Welch, which is a UDFA from Iowa, and weak side linebacker Patrick Queen, Malik Harrison, Chris Board. So I'm going to go out and say push Malik Harrison to middle linebacker. So that should say LJ Fort, Malik Harrison. And weak side linebacker, Patrick Queen, and Chris Board. So I'm going to go ahead and say, based off this, Fort and Queen start off as our two linebackers. Fort middle, Queen weak, and then, Malik Harrison rotating in there. And by maybe, November, late October, November, now you're seeing Malik Harrison as a starter. So I think the linebackers that are going to make the team based off today, which today is what, the 28th of April? Fort, Queen, Harrison, Olaka. Those are the four that I think will make it. I don't think Boyd's going to make it unless we keep an extra guy. And if we keep a fifth guy, then I would say Boyd in there. Because I haven't seen enough of Jake Ryan. I know he played for other teams and already been a pro. Christian Welch, I don't think he's gonna make it. All right. Next position. Outside cornerback. Marlon Humphrey, Jimmy Smith, Iman Marshall, Josh Nurse, slot cornerback Tavon Young, Terrell Barnes, Khalil Dorsey, another outside cornerback, Marcus Peters, Anthony Avery, Jeff Hector. So Josh Nurse is on my UDFAs. Dorsey is on my UDFAs. And Hector is. So all those guys are on my list of UDFAs. So I'll talk about them a little bit in the coming days. But who makes it from this list? Humphrey, Smith, definitely. Tavon Young, definitely. Marcus Peters, Anthony Everett, definitely. So that's five. I think two more make it. A little bit. Josh Nurse is 6'3", so that may help him out. I really want to see the jump Iman Marshall makes from year 1 to year 2. I can't wait to see how much better he comes back because I don't think there's any room in NFL that's got more competition on it than this was on your board right there. I don't think there's any DB room in the NFL that has more competition on it than that what you're looking at right there. I think that is the best set of corners in the NFL. Period. The best set of corners in the NFL as a whole right there. That's Marlon up and coming maybe a top 5. Is Marlon a top 5 cornerback? I think so. Peters, maybe a top 8 cornerback. Jimmy's still the crafty veteran. Tavon's probably is a top 5 slot guy. Marshall's not bad from what I've seen. Avery's pretty good, physical. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a deep room right there. Competition for. Oh, I'm gonna love to see the one-on-ones. I got if they open camp, I got to get up there for a practice just to see one-on-ones. One-on-ones gonna be nasty with Prochet and Hollywood and the other guys versus this group. Prochet and Duvernay and Scott and Boykins, they can't help but to get better going up against these guys. They can't help but to get better. Jimmy Ford Miller says Nurse, Bonds, and Hector pack it up. And Nurse is a UDFA, Hector's a UDFA, Bonds not. He don't have the list start by now, so he must not be. What about Dorsey? I think what Nurse got on all these guys, and not saying he gonna make it, is he's 6'3", and it's tough to find 6'3" corners. Tough. Let's go on to safety. Strong safety. Chuck Clark, Deshaun Elliott, Jordan Richards, Nigel Warrior, UDFA, Earl Thomas, Anthony Levine, Geno Stone. And I mean, I just raved about the corners, but look at this list. Look at this list. Chuck Clark, a hybrid guy, safety and linebacker. The Joker, who has a great amount of potential. Earl Thomas, one of the best safeties out there. Levine plays hard, knows his job, contributes heavily on special teams. And then you got Geno Stone coming in there, high IQ guy, youth, don't mind sticking his nose and around the line of scrimmage. So that's, man, boy, if we put all this stuff together, if we put everything together on offense and defense, don't one team really worry me in the long run. And that's KC. But KC I'm not as scared of KC as a lot of people are. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why. That right there. What's on your screen right there is why I'm not as afraid of KC as a lot of people are. KC can throw out there Sammy. They can throw Tyree Hill. They can throw the kid Miko Hardman. They can throw the tight end Kelsey out there. And they're running back 26. And they can throw Clyde Edwards-Helaire out there. That's 6 guys that you got to cover. Not at the same time, but there's 6 guys you can cover. So let's see if we can match that. Marlon, Jimmy, Marcus. That's 3. Those 3 right there. So then you throw in Tavon, that's 4. Then you bump over here to safety. You got Chuck Clark, Earl Thomas. So we got guys that can cover. I ain't saying nobody can stop Mahomes. Mahomes is a special talent. Special talent. But we got guys that can play with him. We got Breland. Is that the big guy? Is that number 21? Andrew? Breland, the big corner, I think, or the safety, number 21. But we would have the best chance to slow him down. Yeah, most definitely, Trev. Most definitely. When does Joker get on the field? Q Hut. I have no idea. when Earl need a break. That's when he gets on the field. When Earl need a break. So that's the breakdown. And for those of you that couldn't see that, that's from The Athletic. I have a subscription to The Athletic, and I think Jeff wrote this article, and I just wanted to share that with you guys and talk about it for a minute. So I'm going to go through here and pick out about 5 questions in the comments and see if I can answer them. And then I got a surprise for you at the end of the stream. Put myself back up here. There we go. I'm back. Stop screen share. All right. Go over here. Hold on. Setting my surprise up. Give me a second. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves, as they say. Oh, we got 85 people here. Well, I appreciate you guys. Big time. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Let me get to this. Let me get to this. Come on. Can't keep the people waiting. All right. Let's see. Let's pick these five questions. Let's pick these five. They're gonna be random. Scroll it. Do I see a question? Still talking about the depth chart. I saw a question somewhere. Ooh. Oh. Can Andrew Smith play guard? I don't think so. For what we got interior wise, competition wise, I don't think he's even going to get an opportunity to play guard. So he's out on that. Now, this is a comment, and I like this comment. I don't think the Ravens got out coached. They just got exposed for a team that couldn't stop the run. And, John, let me tell you why I agree with you. Because normally we're beating people, and they have to throw on us. And we can defend that all day long. Well, we were not in the lead on these guys. And they kept pounding us. They were able to keep pounding us, and they hit some creases, and stuff happens. The last team to have a lead and keep pounding us was Cleveland. In a game when Chubb went stupid. So it was there, but we just had to lead so much in all of that 14-game win streak that it was hidden. It was hidden. I don't think it's hidden anymore, though. I think they went on and addressed it. Let's see. Come on. See if we got some more questions down here. But y'all just having a great conversation with y'all selves. I like it. 85 people rolling together. Nick 2K came through to show support. I appreciate it. Again, I appreciate you coming through, dropping the deuce. Here we go. Here go a question. Will we pick up Clay Matthews or Everson Griffin? I think it depends on how much money we got left. How much free agent money we got left? About $8 million. I think Clay Matthews may be a better option financially than Griffin. I think Clay Matthews would be a better option financially than Griffin. And Clay come in on a 1-year deal, work on that edge and go from there. But I think if we pick up Clay, I don't think my guy Chauncey makes the team if we pick up Clay Matthews. Let's see. Here we go. Ravens may have passed on Cushenberry, but that doesn't mean you aren't the best. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. See who else. 2 more questions. Coach, who you think a better receiver going to be, James or Devin? If you're asking me that today, I'm going to say James. Because I think James is better with his routes. Devin is a better yak guy. But I think James has better routes than Devin at this day and time. And that's based off me watching 2 games with Prochet and 3 games with Devin. Or it's 2 whole games of Prochet and 3 whole games with Devin. And I think James has better routes. I think Devin is a better yak guy. But I think both of them have a place in this offense. I think both of them can help this offense go to another level. Well, to balance this offense. To be the best we can be, we need to be balanced. We don't need to, averaging 200 yards rushing was great. But if we can rush for 175 and throw for 275, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. We did stop running the ball. We definitely did. I think with Mark being hurt, that's for that sole reason is why we got J.K. Dobbins now. I think, and other Ravens guys have said it, but I agree with 100%. For that sole reason, with Mark being hurt, and I'm gonna say they didn't trust Gus. Maybe I'm not sure, but that's why we got J.K. Dobbins right now. So we got 11 million left. Okay. 11 million left. So with right around 10, 11 million, somebody said McPhee can't stay healthy. So I think we can get both of those guys at that price. Not both of them on the team, but we can get one or the other at that price. But either one will be fine with me because I think both of them will help us. All right. Now, with that being said, let me hit you with this surprise that I've been working on. So you had tape before we started. If you didn't know, I put out the crochet video before we started. Everybody should have been there watching it. We had about 75 people there watching it. We got 89 in here now. So what I did was I went ahead and knocked off my second part of the UDFAs. So I'm finna send you the link. If it'll copy. If it'll copy. There it is. See the link so you can check out this second set of UDFAs. But before you go, make sure when you get there, what time is it? Make sure when you get there, you leave a comment under the video that says coming from the stream. Before you go, leave a comment that says coming from the stream. Okay? That's what we're working with. Let me hit enter. So I appreciate you guys for coming through. I appreciate it. Any questions, comments, concerns? Make sure you send your questions in. Friday Night Vibes are back on tonight unless something pop off. So send your questions to sipthetally@gmail.com. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I don't know how many likes we got because I don't have that thing up. But like, comment, subscribe. Go check the video out and see you guys tomorrow at some point. Appreciate you being here. Peace.